Mame fana say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there osia dem yopo.
John Dramani Mahama question about security. Now I was so excited time Ohene no ebusa sa question no. Ohene no say oye military person. Now he has traveled a lot. Or can send bebre about inkura wakoswa when we said eye entokwa esisi wa. Ohun say amanyofo ana politicians or more Ghana no. The chief was basically advising politicians in or taking the opportunity. Say where there John Dramani Mahama bejina menima or a politician. Memfa sa kwa was na memfa ntunufo na memfa two politicians or makafo. Say we need to have a peaceful country. We need to have a country yen able to matinim na sebio yachechire a obi honka. Ye hia omaya sebio obi di bone e betwe so. Ye hia omaya obi enwinwi. Obi endi ya woni yem efise ye boni nua tuo ebesinde president kranka ho asem into ohene no efa akonya onyaye no e ka che John Mahama any politicians nyina say it is very important to say aba ye betui ono owo security background or ye military man no onim ensunsanso when the tension and the language we are using are too strong. John Dramani Mahama respectfully responded to Ohini Wei Ewo, the Central Regional House of Chiefs. Let's listen to John Mahama's response. Na yemfa jumadi no enjishaso.
Our father was Professor Mills Asumdwe Hene, the King of Peace. He loved peace and he brought us up. And so if you notice, I'm a man of peace. I never ever rabble rouse. And we encourage our supporters to follow in the same vein. And your own daughter Nana is a very peaceful person. She's a mother. Of course, she wouldn't want to see any violence in our country. And so we send that same signal to our people. Often when I go through the media and things and I see one of our people has said something that is a bit, out of character, I call and I say, oh, tone down your discourse a bit. And so, Nana, we recognize what you've said. We will continue to behave as peacefully as we can. But we'll also beg that you speak to the other side. There's a proverb that Utu Jamafo, now we're to Momonesofo. And we also beg that you speak to the other side. Because normally what causes the violence is injustice. When things are not done the right way and you can see that you are being cheated, often people will not sit and be cheated. And so let's advise all of us, including the government. They are in government. They control the police. They control the army. If on election day they put out people like they did at Ayawaso West Wogon and injured our people because they wanted to go into our parliamentary candidate, somebody had told them that there were weapons in our candidate's house. And so they came without a warrant. They wanted to force their way in. And there was an altercation and they opened fire. And all of them were in mask, a Zugu mask and all that. Up to now, I went and visited one of the boys. He was a potential football player. His life has been destroyed. He can't do anything. He's sitting at home. And so when things like that happen, then it also makes us feel that the state is not available to protect us. And so people take the law into their hands. For the first time in our history, 8 of our citizens were killed in an election just because they were going about their civic duty. And there's been no investigation, no compensation to their families, nothing. It's like the government just doesn't care. So when it happens like that, and you think that the state is not able to protect you, then people take the law into their hands. And so we would just beg that anytime they also come here, tell them that they are in government and they have the responsibility. If you are president, you have the responsibility to ensure there are peaceful elections. When I was president, it was my duty to make sure that elections were peaceful. And so it's the duty of the president to make sure that these elections are peaceful. And please tell him that it's not in his mouth to determine who he will hand over to. He should just promise that when the elections are held, whoever wins, you hand over. But you can't say you hand over to John Mahama. If the people of Ghana say it's John Mahama they want and they elect me, you will have to hand over to me. And so we will appeal to you to also advise the president and his followers about that.
So, on Hine Nubusa, one of the most intelligent questions, our gathering national and at the Central Regional House of Chiefs event happening, and then John Dramani Mahama so responded respectfully. Kachan said nananom Jawa kano nyina ewom, and he respects their views. They na okanyina say de nananom kanyina ewom eye no kre. Ono krampo no sometime no otie radio, otie TV, no hu se NDC ni bia kasa. Na kasa na okan no nipa no ohun se nipa na se bokan sebio emu odu kakra ano ehia. Otumi frɛ kachan say hey, kasa okan dia ano eden. Introduce unya sa opportunity na men kasa ni biom. Okachira hemfo ne say sebio utu okrafo no na utu momone sofo. Sebio omaya team sisia no eye abambo sem eye security sem police sem army sem no ehye president ene na aban ensa titru Mahmoud Baumia one na da police council na no na sebio yeti krom ha ena yekobo nkofo eye NDC fotuo ewo Ayawa so West Wagon ni nyina ye abato kakra bia na yeto ebesi nne abrantia ye bo mutuo ye se omonan ebesi nne president nka ho asem vice president ya oye police council for penyini for 8 years ono so nka ho asem yeti krom ha ena yeto about 2020 ye bo nipa nwotwetuo ebesi nne president nka ho asem vice president ende eba omi ono so president edi ono so nka ho asem intina osre nananom se omo so etutu omonan eba omona so ewo eye central regional omunya akukuduro MP mu nka nkyerɛ mo sɛ mo ɛna tumi hyɛ mo nsa sebio tumi na hyɛ mo nsa no mo ɛna mo tumi a mo bɛbrɛ ɛyɛ wentwi ɛne makaw ɛne meti wase nti ɛbɛyɛ sɛ ɔmo no so no ɔmo bɛyɛ ɔmo nneɔma yie ɔmo so ɛbɛdi mmara so ɔmo so ɛbɛka kasa sebio ɛde abotoyem bɛba na sebio ɔmo ɛwɔ tumi nti ɔmo ntumi ɛntietie nipa bi fa ahodie so na John Mahama ɛkasa no ɔsɛka bibi so ɔse de ema sanyoma we nyina ehu eya reshape areho a okache na nanom a sebio ema ne nto ekufuado ene se nanana danko ekufuado egina nsimpie ni eka se sebio yeto aba ne wi a odi tumi no ebema de party ni ose saa kasa no John Mahama kache na nanom se osere omo enye nanado danko ekufuado enye nanum to ena one na be kire nipa a wose tumi koka nsa na emom eye Ghana fo ene Ghana for tumi a omo be kire on the 7th of December se Ghana for kire se John Mahama na was president a nanado danko ekufuado ne hu tumi se obeka se onfa tumi anase office no ema no nti osre ahemfo no se sebio yatete abetie no na ne cha no ena sebio se okoto se asrewa ayi ni ato nchen a na enchese ne ba no kwahweta no na do ne ba no ba otutu nani apade pa ama ne ba no na osaka se okoto se sofo preachi na se sebio emayo atienim na wayi nani ato soro a na ye bibi nti ena sofo eni da nchen nti okachira ahemfo no en nananom se ebepe anase ebehia se nananom ene ekufuado so bekasa ene ba omia mo bekasa ene MPP a omo aban mu ebekasa se 2 million na hye omonsa eye ahobambo sem ehye omonsa eye omasede se abana yekoto no yebeto no krogen kwampa so yentieti obi afa ahodie so yentata obia na Ghana fo de omope eyi nipa opese omudi omunim enti John Dramani Mahama enso di obuo enidie kwan so ene ahemfo nananom empenifo a omo the Central Regional House of Chiefs ekasaye na me very sure say Mahmoud Baumia ne MPP for ba nananom benya akukuduro aka kire omo say unua eye John Mahama ba ha sebio time na oye president no wuntwe yanto aba ambo nipa nwotwetuo yanto aba anko Ayawa so Wagon ankoku nipa eye ma abreso na nwoma weesi wo se mo hyebo wo se mo kire se oba yekoto no wentwi bia nsi mo na sebio kehire no esomo mo na sebio eye weduro no esomo eye mo na mo be kire ekwan no nananom enya enya akukuduro se ne be ya politicians no ba MPP titru omo ba ewudifo no nananom betumi ebuso omo nsem atwe sebio omadwene esi nyoma bebre so me de ye osomafo indwudwamu ene nkyirikiremu ntina mo ha de mekaye no brofo John Mahama kaye no ene nkyirikiremu ama kyirikiremu no se meboa akobie wo de
Dedi kama amena Pendream TV ase na so far so good se open online portal e wo Ghana nipa share nipa follow nipa comment here to my best of knowledge without any biases Pendream TV